Today I'm exposing myself because I've done way too many embarrassing things in my life. Hi, I'm Sierra and I'm just starting YouTube, so I thought the best way to introduce myself was to embarrass myself. So here I am. I've taken the time to write down all of my embarrassing stories, or like 5 of my embarrassing stories that I can tell. And hopefully you guys get a laugh out of it because I've done way too many embarrassing stuff. So I'm just gonna start with the worst one because I honestly don't know why I did this. Like, I know why I did this, but so for this first one, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a background because I don't think you'll understand it unless I explain to you. It took place while I was at work. I work in a department store. So in my department store, there's an employee entrance where you have to go into the back, you put down your stuff in your lockers, and then you have to go up a set of like back stairs behind the store where no one can access to get to the top floor where our lunchroom is. And then you walk to the floor from there. And if you work downstairs where the ladies department is, then you'd have to take the escalator down because there's no other stairs. There's only escalators for the customers or the elevator, but we're not allowed to take the elevator. So I'm working a morning shift and I had already gotten onto the floor, and it was my first time doing webs, which is when I'm just picking online orders to ship out. And so it's my first time doing webs, and I'm getting ready to go and pack the ones that are shipping to people's house. But I realized they don't have access to the room that they do the packing in. So I have to go to loss prevention to get them to put the access onto my key card. So I'm getting ready to go to loss prevention to get them to put the access on there. And I start to get on the escalator. It's an opening, so there's no customers. It's just us employees that are opening, getting ready to open. And it was like 20 minutes before we opened. So I'm trying to rush to get this done because there's a deadline for shipping out for the online orders. So I get on the escalator to go down to loss prevention, and then I realized that I'm not able to get into loss prevention from downstairs. I have to go back upstairs through the lunchroom and down the secret staircase in the back. So I'm on the down escalator around a quarter of the way down, and for some reason, like, my brain is just like not there. And I turn around on the downstairs escalator and start to run back up. Don't ask me why I did that, okay? So I'm on a light jogging up the escalator stairs. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, it's like my brain, like my soul left my body. And I blinked and I was on hands and knees. I dropped on the escalator. I dropped onto my hands and my knees. My coworkers can see me as I drop. They can hear the loud boom. I'm on my hands and knees on this escalator, and you would think I would just take the L and go down the escalator and go back up the escalator. No. Why would I do that? That's too simple. No. I start to crawl up the escalator on my hands and knees. And I actually made it to the top. I made it to the top of the escalator, and I stop to catch my breath. And my hands are shaking and my legs are shaking from anxiety and embarrassment. And my managers are all asking, "Are you okay? How are you doing?" And I'm just thinking, please don't talk to me right now. Pretend it never happened, and this never, like, I wasn't even here. Like, this never happened. I go to get the access card. I finally get the swipe function onto my key card that I went down there for in the first place. And then I stop to catch my breath. And all I can think is that I did not just drop down this escalator in front of all of my coworkers on my first week of work. Are you serious? I'm panicked. I'm like, no way I just did that. And I swear, when I fell, I didn't even realize I fell. I was like watching myself from above my body, watching my body crawl up this escalator and wondering, what the is she doing? Like, Why? Why? Anyways, I ended up coming out of that with lots of cuts on my knees. It didn't go through my pants because I was wearing tights and pants because it was cold at the time. So it went through my pants a little, but not through my tights. So I didn't get an infection or anything, but my knee hurt so bad and I still have the scars to this day. I cannot believe, I'm just wondering to myself, why did I do that? And I still think about that to this day. Like, I think that's one of my most embarrassing stories. This happened literally last month. Like, it wasn't even long ago. It was like last month, no, like January. For my next story, I am at my place of work and I'm a customer service associate, so I help with like in a clothing store. So I help with like putting people in the fitting rooms, cashing people out, helping them find outfits and stuff. And so one of my coworkers, God bless her, I love her, I'm not upset with her or anything like that, she closes the fitting room doors because when we're too far from people, they just walk into the fitting room, and we're not supposed to allow them to do that because, you know, some people go in the fitting room with a whole bunch of stuff and end up stealing, and we can't keep track of that. So we're supposed to count how many items a person has before they go in the fitting rooms and then put them in. That way we can have like a good amount of how much that person is supposed to be coming back out with. But when we're too far, they just walk right in and we scream at them, oh, hey, excuse me, do you need any help? They don't listen, so they just walk in. So she keeps the fitting room doors closed so that when people walk back there, they're thinking, oh, they're all full, let me get an associate to help me, which is a really great idea. So I'm working with that coworker and I go back there trying to get someone in the fitting room, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, she probably just closed the door. So I knock on the door to see if somebody is in the fitting room. No answer. I'm like, okay. I knock again just in case. I'm like, I don't need to be walking in on anyone today. And still no answer. So I'm like, okay, I have a customer waiting with me. She's trying to get in the fitting room. Let me just open this door a crack just to peek and see. So I crack the door open, and what is standing there? A person standing there on their phone, and they have the audacity to look at, she's looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I knocked and nobody was answering, so I thought this room was closed. I shut the door fast, put the customer in a different fitting room from a different department. I'm thinking I did not just walk into this girl while she's changing. I probably ruined her day. I feel so bad right now. I don't even want to cash her out. Like, I don't want to be the one to cash her out. I don't want to see her again. Matter of fact, just send me home. Just send me home. I'm done for the day. You can. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. My boyfriend came back with his brother, and I had to stop filming because I'm embarrassed to film in front of them. But what I was saying was, you don't gotta pay me for that day. You can keep everything that I may have made for that day. Matter of fact, give it to that girl. I don't want it. I'm not cashing her out. Just send me home. I'm done. I was so embarrassed. I felt so bad for her though. Like, the thing is, I don't even get embarrassed like that for real. I don't think that the things I do are embarrassing, and I'm very smart with my actions sometimes. Like, I just don't feel embarrassed. Like, it's just like my family thing. Like, we walk around doing stupid stuff all the time, so I don't usually get embarrassed. But these are the few times that I do feel embarrassed. Okay? Oh my God. This one is insane. Like, I don't know. Like, okay. So I had gone downtown to visit my uncle and my cousin. They live downtown, and in their building, they lived in a condo, and underneath the condo in that same building, they made a Timmy's. So it would be like the entrance, the Timmy's, and then this would be the whole building. In that condo, they made a Timmy's, and we had, our sleep schedule was all over the place. We used to just go to bed whenever. So it was like the middle of the night, nothing else is open. We were like, okay, let's go downstairs and get drinks from Timmy's. We're thirsty. I'm like, okay, cool. We went downstairs with Timmy's. I had no pockets. I had my wallet in my hand, my phone in my hand, my other hand, and then she had the keys. So we go downstairs, we order our drinks, we're waiting for them, and my aunt calls. I answer the phone on FaceTime. So I'm holding my wallet and holding my phone. I go to pay for the food, so I put down my phone, and then I picked up the phone. Mind you, it's the middle of the night. I had a full day of school earlier, and I'm like clearly delirious or something. So we get our drinks. I'm holding the drink, my wallet in one hand, and my phone is still like this for FaceTime. And for some reason, I'm talking into the phone. My cousin's beside me. I'm talking to my aunt on the phone. And I just completely forget that the phone's in my hand. And I start looking for my phone. I'm thinking, where is my phone? I remember putting it down to pay, and that's it. That's all I remember. Where is my phone? As I'm doing that, my hand is like this. My drink is spilling all over the floor, all over my slippers, all over the Tim Hortons. The Tim Hortons workers are watching me. My cousin's looking at me like, what the are you doing? And I'm sitting there looking for my phone, talking to my aunt saying, I can't find my phone. Where's my phone? And she goes, you're talking to me on the phone. And I go, oh, right. And then I finally register that half my drink is on the floor and flip my cup up. Half of my drink is on the floor and the other half is in my cup. And I'm looking at them as it's like literally the end of their shift. And I'm like, oh my God, I just spilled all of my drink on the floor, on my shoe, on their floor. And I was so flabbergasted. Like, I was so out of it. I just ran. I ran out back to Tim Hortons and I took myself right back upstairs. And to this day, we still make fun of it. I literally looked like this. I was like, where is my phone? Where is it? Where is it? And my drink is spilling. I don't know why. I couldn't remember that my phone is in my hand. I'm asking my aunt, where's my phone? And my phone was in my hand. I was talking to her, but I couldn't find it. I was like, where's my phone? Spilling my drink. I still think about that to this day. Like, I feel really bad for the Tim workers. Like, they are thinking, oh yeah, it's the end of my shift. I'm gonna go home. Everything's clean. Last few customers. And I come in and spill half my drink on the floor. My large drink on the floor. They're looking at me like this. My cousin's looking at me like this. And my aunt's looking at me like, I never went back to that Tim Hortons. To this day, I still have never gone back to that Tim Hortons. And I'm thankful that they moved out of that building because I cannot show my face in there again. I wonder if they'll remember me. They probably don't even work there anymore. Like, I'm just being annoying about it. But I'm not gonna go back. Oh, my third story. This one's not too bad. I was at school and it was lunch. And I was walking with a bunch of my friends and I had my hair in box braids, kind of like this, but without the leave out. And it was in regular box braids and I was walking around, and this was after I had just cut off all my hair. Like it was around COVID time, I had just cut off all my hair. I was basically bald and I had box braids in, like barely. And the ends of my hair, like the bottom half, by my neck was hanging on to dear life. Like I barely had any hair for them to hold on to. And I'm walking through the hallways with my friends during lunch, just relaxing, chilling, talking. And I run my hand through my hair like this, feel something drop off my shoulder, look down, and there's my braid. There's my braid on the floor, as we're walking, and I snatched that thing up so fast and put it in my pocket. I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't think they did, because I picked that up so fast. I was not letting that slide. I snatched that from the ground and put it in my pocket, and I continued the conversation. Like, yeah, so what did they do? Oh my God, how dare she? Her braids did what? Oh my God, yeah, they're so stiff. Like, why would she do that? Yeah, that hairstyle just does not look good on her. Yeah. As I have my braid in my hand, walking around pretending that it never fell out of my head. And I took that braid home and disposed of it there. Because if anybody found that braid and they found out that came out of my head, I'm not dealing with that kind of teasing and taunting and whatnot. You know, it's high school. Like, I just can't. That one's not super embarrassing, but it's still a fear. Any black girl that gets their hair done knows that that's a fear. Like, what if one of your braids fall out? Like, oh, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. My last embarrassing story of the day. Oh, this one took place at my house, my old house, when I was living with my parents. And at the time, I lived with my parents, and I was living in the basement. Actually, I had turned the basement into my own room because I was tired of sharing with my sister, and that was the only other room for me to live in. I was home alone, and so I decided to take a shower. It was the middle of the day. I was like, okay, outside was hot, I'm feeling sweaty, let me go take a shower, get ready for whatever I have left for the day. So I go upstairs, I take a shower, and then I have these little shark slides that I wear all the time, and I wore those outside of once I get out the shower, I put those on and wear them all the way down the stairs to the basement, because I don't want my wet feet to collect dirt or anything like that. So I was wearing those slides, and I'm walking down the stairs on my way down to the basement so I can lotion my skin, get dressed, whatnot. And I get to, it was 3 sets of stairs, 3 flights of stairs to get to the basement. I got down the longest flight, and then the other long flight is to the basement, and the second middle flight is from the living room to the kitchen. It's like 5 steps. So I'm walking down those 5 steps, and like halfway through, keep in mind, I'm soaking wet. My foot slips through the rubber slides that I'm wearing, slips right through the front. I'm wearing a slipper like this. My foot is right through the front of the slipper. I fold down, I didn't fall. I folded down the stairs, folded in half. My foot slipped. I fold and crumpled down the stairs, and I'm sitting there on the floor with my legs on the stairs, the other legs on the wall. This hand is holding my towel, and this hand is on the floor, stopping me from hitting my face and knocking out some teeth. And I'm sitting there like, what just happened? What just happened? I had 3 dogs at the time, and they're looking at me like, what the hell? Are you okay? Like, what just happened? I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck just happened? My legs hurt, I have bruises on my ankles now, and all I can think about is the fact that I just fell down the shortest flight of stairs known to mankind. Are you f***ing serious? The shortest flight of stairs known to mankind. How? All because I wanted to wear those slippers after I showered. Like, I don't even think I did any wrong. I just be falling all the time. I'm like, no, I'm not clumsy, but I'm always falling. I don't understand how. Like, between the escalator and, you know, the escalator was entirely my fault. But this stair thing, this was not my fault. This is, I don't know, like, I don't know what happened there. This is not my fault. I was literally just trying to take a shower, be responsible, go downstairs, get dressed, and I folded down the stairs. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, lovely, lovely. So I went downstairs and I was like, yeah, cool. Anyways, those are just a few of my embarrassing stories. You can let me know if you want more stories in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.